And now for something completely different.
Well, we're back a little bit. Man, John, it's snowing in Colorado. It's 28 degrees and it's snowing, and that's not my favorite thing, but it is a thing.
Okay. Well, snow is great. Snow is awesome. Snow is fun.
It's so powdery. Like, it's not sticking on anything. It just blows in like circles depending on where you are. Like a
I've got the
snow-nado.
solution. Just all you got to do is get your hose, put it to the lightest setting, and just spray it up in the air as the snow comes down, and that'll solve all your problems, and your neighbors will love you.
You know what will love me? Here's the thing I've discovered about Colorado. Water.
Yeah.
Very expensive. You have to understand, like, I came from a place where I lived with a roughly like 3-foot water table, you know, like everyone has wells, super cheap to drill, not a big deal. Water is expensive in Colorado. It's almost like I live in a desert. Almost. I did.
You know what?
I took Nick's.
It's probably because Coors is why. They're sucking up all the water.
I wouldn't actually be surprised if some of it is some local large businesses. But I took Niels for a walk yesterday, and I ended up pulling a bunch of spines out of his foot. Dude stepped in a cactus. Dude was chasing a rabbit. Stepped right on a cactus. I felt he came back limping. I was like, what's going on? I lift up his paw, just covered in white spines. I know. I felt terrible for him.
Now, will he learn?
No.
Or will he go back to the cactus?
He hasn't learned a thing. He chased a bird on the walk home from chasing the rabbit. He's like me. He'll never learn, John. Never learn.
He's a fun dog. He is a fun dog.
He's a good boy.
I'll give you that much right there. So, Dave.
Yes.
Hello, fellow humans. The fellow humans have suggested a certain Robin Trower.
No, this is fun because I've never heard of Robin Trower, and when you said, "Here's the song I'm sending you," I was like, "Oh, do you like this song?" And you're like, "Maybe."
That's the fun part, really, because I've heard the name Robin Trower for a long, long time. Robin Trower has played Philadelphia. Hey, Robin Trower this week at blah blah blah. I think Robin Trower may have even played Delaware. I don't know.
Did you ever go?
But never saw
okay.
Robin Trower. And then I looked at what album the song was on that they wanted us to play. And the album is called Bridge of Sighs. I'm familiar with Robin Trower, and I'm familiar with his album Bridge of Sighs by name on both parts. As I can't come up with a tune, a note, a word, nothing. I am totally blank on this. I do know Robin Trower was with Procol Harum. Procol Harum, most famous these days for A Whiter Shade of Pale. They had a couple of awesome tunes, but Whiter Shade of Pale, everybody knows. Even you, maybe, Dave? Maybe?
It rings no bells. Maybe if I started listening to it, I recognize. Is it like a thing that's played in grocery stores popular, or?
Well, these days, maybe. We tripped the light fantastic, did cartwheels on the floor.
None of this is ringing bells.
Okay. Well,
put it on the list.
I'm not doing it nearly hauntingly enough, I'll tell you
good.
that. So anyway, we're going to do a song called Two Rolling Stones.
Any connection to the Rolling Stones?
No, not well. Is there a connection? I don't know because I don't know the words and I don't know the song. Is there a connection? I have no idea. It doesn't predate the Stones, and it came out about the time of some of the height of the Stones, the early mid '70s, where the Stones were rocking it. Man.
Okay.
Albums like Goat Head Soup and stuff like that.
That's a great album name.
It is, and it's a great album cover. You should see the album cover. Anyway, this will be really a reaction on both our parts, I believe. Now, at some point, I may have that look in my eye that's somewhat less vacant than usual. At which point, you may perceive that I have heard this song at some point in my life. That's all I got for you, man. We're both going to be hitting this one.
Awesome. Well, in honor of me being in Colorado, here's a song called Two Rolling Stoned. To be clear, yes, I can walk to 2 weed dispensaries from where I live.
Yeah.
All right.
And you should, maybe.
Rather nice scotch. Okay.
you get the feeling they could probably roll with that for about a half an hour live.
Yeah, absolutely. That to me, it was very like Stevie Ray Vaughan, like in that that's really my only other reference point for this amount of jamming. Guitar player,
and they are a 3-piece band similar to Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Oh, really?
For the most part, Stevie Ray added an organ player later. But 3-piece band, bass, guitar, and drums. Basically, that's it.
So is the singer also the lead guitarist?
Yes, I believe so. I say that very confidently. I believe so. I should probably look to be certain.
Man, I will say, as much as that guitar was fantastic, I could play that bass line. I could be in his band,
Boom, boom, boom,
and I could
boom,
play
boom,
that bass
boom.
line. Like it was 95% of the entire song was nothing more than that. Bo 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 bo.
Yeah.
I don't even need the bass guitar. I just do that. Just bo 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 bo.
Right, keyboard. Give me anything. I'll rub my legs together and come up with that bass line. Is that what you're
What are
saying?
you, a cricket? What is
Yes.
happening with your life?
Exactly.
But yeah.
So no, actually, I'm wrong. Vocals are by the bass player James DeWar.
Okay, maybe that's the problem. Is he was focusing on those vocals, and so ba-bump is all I can muster.
That is wrong, man. Look, it ain't easy holding 2 notes that long.
Man, his voice is great. That deep, a little gravelly, the bluesy style. He has the perfect voice for that bluesy style. Absolutely adore that. All right, lyrically, this is what I do. I pulled him up on the side here. I haven't glanced at him yet. Obviously, I read him during the song. I have some theories. I have some rather strong theories. I mean, I think ultimately this song is about the personal experience of a blues musician, and looking around at the world and realizing, I like to get a little high. It's pretty great, takes the edge off. But more than that, I think it's about the experience, because this line is repeated multiple times. The takers get the honey, the givers sing the blues. About the experience of feeling like I'm just giving you all of what I have. I'm singing the blues. I'm giving you so much of my life. I write it down. I contemplate. I get a lie. I play some music and I sing the blues and I perform for you. The takers get the honey. You get everything that's sweet. Not only are you sitting here enjoying this, but you're probably sitting here with your best gal and, a nice beer and whatever else it is. You're getting what I'm giving plus everything else in life, because then you go back to your normal life and I sit around feeling sad and thinking about singing the blues more and writing blues songs and, being in that world of the blues. And sometimes I'm just depressed. I get so high, I don't even want to do anything. I don't care if the circus is 8. You don't be late. I'm not even going. I don't want to go. I'm just going to chill, man. The hits just keep on rolling in. And I don't mean hits in the Katy Perry sense or whoever's hot now. That shows you how out of touch I am.
Taylor Swift.
Sure.
Let's just say hits like Taylor Swift.
I don't think I could tell those two apart. But that being said, not that hits. The hits keep rolling in like a rolling stone, as in nothing's going right for me. I just keep taking those hits. That's what I get out of this song, John. On listen, I do have some questions for you. So, did you know it?
No, never heard that song before.
Okay. Any theories on meaning? You got any rebuttal? Have you looked up what it actually means?
Never. No idea. There aren't song links on the Wikipedia page for the album, so there's no page devoted to the song. And frankly, it's a blues track, and blues tracks aren't complicated, generally speaking. Now, the guitar playing may be pretty intense and pretty complicated and require talent, but the overall structure of the song isn't overly complicated. Usually, the overall structure of the lyrics aren't overly complicated. They're repetitive in nature. So
from a drums and bass perspective, it was pretty repetitive, and then you got to enjoy that incredible, skillful guitar playing.
Yeah, and it was I bet you live, that's an intense thing, and I bet you seeing Robin Trower live is probably the big thrill of it. but this song wouldn't make it to my playlist, honestly, just because, I mean, I guess in my world, having been introduced to Stevie Ray Vaughan back in the late 80s, it's hard to get better than that, So I kind of have this benchmark that's like through the ceiling. And I can appreciate this, and I'm sure I'd love a concert of his, even at the age of 74 or whatever we said he is. I'd probably enjoy a concert, but it's not the kind of thing that I would normally sit around and listen to.
I mean, I gotta say, if I had just a blues playlist with Stevie Ray Vaughan, to me, with how little I know, I think this stacks up. Like, I think it's in the ballpark.
Sure.
I don't know as it is as good as Stevie Ray Vaughan, but I also don't know as I'm even qualified to judge that as a metric. Like what is as good? Like, did I sit here and feel the soulful music and thoroughly enjoy it? Yes. So what is the metric by which we can objectively measure better or worse when it comes to the arts? And that is a very tough thing that I'm not sure one can do.
Well, you can only speak of it really personally, and if it personally moved you and grooved you, and at the end of it you thought to yourself, that was too soon, I need to hear that more, there you go. That's a good song.
You know what? That's a good metric. Am I sad the song's over? Could I have kept listening to that song? Because I got to say, on this channel, we've listened to some songs that I was like, 12 and a half minutes. Okay. Is this song almost over? Like, this is dragging on. I've gotten there with songs, even good songs at some level. It's just, man, it just won't stop. This one, I was jamming, and when it started to fade out, I realized, the song's almost over. I could have jammed out longer.
Yeah, I have to admit, when you told me it was 7:29, I thought, this is going to be one of those extra long. And then when it faded out, it caught me by surprise.
Mm-hmm. So there you go. By that measure, if we're saying my feelings of did I feel like it should have already been over or could I have gone longer, I feel like I could have listened longer. Therefore, it's an objective good song.
I agree. On that metric, we both will agree. I have to say that. The album that it came off of, so it went gold in the United States. That's 500,000 copies. So that's a pretty good deal. Not everybody gets to sell 500,000 copies of their record.
Yeah.
So it was a success, let's just say.
I'm like 2/3 of the way done a novel, and if I sell 6 copies, I'll be thrilled.
Yeah. I understand that.